This year, win the holidays by shopping on StockX. The latest
Ladies and gentlemen, as people trickle in here, we are doing the Z2R Weekly race here, bootleg last minute restream over on the personal channel here. Welcome to everyone who's a good setup. This was quickly set up. I hope it's all proper. We've clean audio from Chroma. Let me get rid of this. There's that. I think that's what we've got here. I'm going to have to start the timer manually because that's what we do here. I don't think I have audio from levelengine. Okay, there we go. We shouldn't have anything mixed. All right, I'm going to let these folks know. As people trickle in, we may have actually starting here. We're doing a little max rando. It's going to be average experience, though, not high experience. Vanilla continents included, of course. I'm going to specify that. Oh, here we go. We're going to start the timer when I see it hit 0. 5 seconds. Let's hope I get this right. I couldn't join the race room, and here we go. There's our timer, and we're going to see both of them hit start hopefully soon. And here we go. They should be on proper. Chroma's a little behind, maybe giving levelengine a little bit of a. We got glove, raft, if I'm not mistaken, glove, raft, spell. I believe we'll see that again. Let me know if the audio. Oh, here we go. Clean audio from Chroma. That should be good. Forgot to unmute that. Hello, everyone, as you come in. Oh man, last minute thing here. We got Reflect and Rando. Gonna check for that. I didn't see how many gems we have to place. We'll have to keep an eye on all of that. They did start with Downstab, according to the levelengine side here. Do apologize if you hear the dryer in the background. We're doing some laundry, a lot of cleaning today. Check it for hints in Rando. Townspeople know nothing. We've got a mountainous west here. Yep, 3 for 3, nothing. At least we got some Dyras. Orange Dyras, red Dyras. 100 for the orange, and I didn't see how much it was for the red. We'll see it again, though. It's the levelengine creeping closer. 70 for the red. Not too exciting. But it is what it is. His fairy cave, as part of BhOAdEz, gets cut off, apparently, in that falling sprite. Let's see what palace we have here. Again, I don't know how many gems, and I'm pretty sure we have another item that we've started with. It might be the cross or something like that. I have not gotten a chance to catch a menu when it opens, just seeing level doing a little grinding here on these Dyras. It might be a low gem seed, which is why he's grinding. I'm not sure. He could just be stuck in the swamp as well. That's entirely possible. Two on Chroma's side, and that's going to be 2-1-2 Trophy Cave on Level Engine's side here. Palace 2 on Chroma's side. Child for Level. Got to get used to the tracking thing here. Royale with Cheese. If she's watching, she was signed up for tracking tonight. She's on vacation, so she's allowed to stay up late, but unfortunately we did not get a ZSR Weekly going. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it to the race, let alone comms at last minute. Got done eating about 6-7 minutes before the race would have started. And then when nothing was happening, I figured I would try to throw something together here. It took me about 15 minutes to put it together here. And this is what we've got. Hopefully it's all looking good on that side of things. Again, if anyone sees the Royale is here, hello. I can't, there's only local tracking as well. We still have not figured out the networked tracking with this bootleg, with this isn't the bootleg layout, but this is the old school layout. Trying to keep my eyes open for that third item. Man, they never open, oh, we got keys in the drop pool. They never open their menus, and if they do, it's a whole 0.8 seconds. Level Engine still at 2-1-2. Here's the item in P2 for Chroma. Going to be a heart container. Didn't start too punishing today. Again, Max Rando giving him kind of a standardish start with the 4 magic containers and 5 heart containers. Now 6 for Chroma. Make it across the stepping stones. Can't get up there. Going to hope that this doesn't drop anywhere else. And it drops into itself. More often than not it does, but sometimes it does not. Level Engine also dipping into P2 here. Going to be headed right, and it looks like he'll probably be on track to find the same heart container that Chroma just found. Green Laser also here. I do apologize, chat is on a different window for this one, simply because the restreams that I'm watching are taken up on the window that I've been watching the big chat on. Hopefully one day we'll get a better setup. It's coming soon, people. It's coming soon. Pretty linear so far. I don't think Chroma had a branch to choose from because he went up and left. Taking him through the Death Mountain, repurposed Death Mountain room here for the palaces. Level getting a little beat up, a little smacked around with a blue iron knuckle. Oh, that's going to be a death there. Just taking a few hits, only attack 2. Looks like they have 2 lives to start max. A lot of things I didn't catch right away because I was, well, I really wasn't paying attention. We're trying to catch up. Everyone's trying to catch up together here. There's our heart, the item in P2 for Level Engine as well. Skipping the keys. Chroma's skipping the keys, so we must have keys galore or the magic key in his pocket. We saw keys dropping on Level Engine's side. 1,000 P bagged. I did miss that. Oh, there it is. All the levels he's getting. Wow. Very nice. And here's Helmet Head. That's an attack 3 Helmet Head. Taking a few hits. Helmet Head's usually pretty injured. This time around, not so much. Not so much. Low attack level, and he's full health. Dropping 300. We are working with average experience here. Bosses are dropping keys. So much for randomization. And that's going to be Palace 2. Not down for Chroma. Just kidding. Probably going to want that 850. 2 P bags, a 50. And a 200. That's going to get him his level. Skipping the magic level. Going for the attack at 1210. Level is going to be on his way there. Very soon. There's going to be pass through here. I believe there's an elevator coming up, yes, at the end of this room that Level Engine is in. And that is going to take him en route to Helmet Head as well. So just a few rooms behind Chroma, but he does have the child. Chroma does not have the child, but we don't know if it's important to have the child in this particular seat or not. Man, that is a fast menu open. Ooh, that is that 1,000-point P-bag sitting right there, just in the open. It wasn't even from a drop pool. It was just sitting there on the floor. Who just left $1,000 on the floor? Their loss. So we're into P3 or P6 on Chroma's side here. A nice deep blue. Sitting at 433 for levels, 333 on levelengine side. He will get 300 from the boss, and he'll also be a little short on it. He'll probably jump the gem as well to get that 850 and push beyond that to try to get the attack 4. Probably going to see exactly what Chroma did at that point. Haven't seen a window yet in Chroma's palace. Got some square wave heads. Ooh, almost a lava bath. That's a tricky. Ooh, he jumped, got the generator up high, but he does get past that. 50 from the red iron knuckles. Here's a quick bar buff for Chroma, confirming that we are in P6. Going to see a nice attack for Barba here. That's going to be P2 down for levelengine as well. I'm going to double check to see if I can catch the item on the far right that he's got. Oh, maybe he doesn't have anything. I thought they had a third item. Okay. I could be wrong. Glove and Raft, though, for sure. Also going to dip into P6. Going to find a quick Barba probably as well. P6 down for Chroma. Trying to check gem count as well. We'll see if we can get that on Chroma's side here as he opens his menu. Maybe going to scope out the item, perhaps. This is a elevator room he's in. Might be worth checking up, checking right, just to see what you can find. Taking a few maces to the face from the Doom Knocker in the corridor. Double elevator shaft. That's bad news. Oh, into the item. It's a magic container. Easily gotten here. This is a completely free, no door, wide open. It makes sense. Barba doesn't have any hands. Wouldn't be able to get through a door. Keeps his items in a completely open room. That's going to be what you want to look for, though. We'll see if levelengine sticks around as well. Yep, totally missed the gem count. Sure wish I could just ask them. It happened so fast. Was it the magic key that they got? That would probably make sense in why they might be skipping keys. I thought it was something off to the right. It was either cross or magic key. They sit next to each other, I believe, in the list. So, oh, we have a vanilla Death Mountain, it looks like. If it was shuffled, we probably wouldn't be starting at the top like we would in vanilla. But this means that the other side of Death Mountain definitely leads somewhere. It's either going to be Maze Island or the east. We've seen 2 palaces on the west already. We'll be going to be looking for GP at some point. Not sure if it's still on the west or if it's somewhere else. But he's going to make it through his vanilla Death Mountain. It is a vanilla Death Mountain as we're seeing him kind of out of that cave. And it's making sense just to go right until you can't and then go down and you'll eventually get out. They don't have the hammer, but he might check Hammer Cave. It might be worth 4 screens dipping in. Again, I don't know how many gems they need to place. So 3 gems to start. Okay. And the item as the magic key makes total sense. Now the tracking is up to date. At least it should be. Oh, that makes sense. Perfect. Royale with cheese. Tracker away from home. And that's going to be P6 down for levelengine as well. Pretty close race here. Chroma's got a little bit of a lead. But again, that child... I mean, if that ends up being the fairy spell for whatever, something that they're going to need, it might be thunder. Might be Darunia Thunder, Darunia Fairy. You never know. And that child could actually come into play and be pretty big for level. It wasn't too far from start. That was Trophy Cave. I don't think, I'm pretty sure that Chroma did not get that. Although I think he did a little bit of looking around, but I don't think I don't think he dipped into Trophy Cave. We'll see if Level finds the same Death Mountain entrance, and if he chooses to dig it. I'm not entirely sure where that is. The entrance of Death Mountain, that is. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the south here. I think Level is making his way there. There weren't too many ways to go in the mountainous biome, so they're pretty much going to be probably covering the same tracks here. We do get an up and A from Level. Sitting at 533, and Chroma sitting at 534. Chroma getting a little beat up. No shield spell, just spell still. And there he is. He's out. Not going to be checking Hammer Cave. And also no Hammer to check Spec Rock. Just going to be pushing through this last pass-through cave, which is actually the same cave I made a mention of earlier, saying it was a repurposed Death Mountain room in a palace. That's the same room right there that he just passed through. He's going to check up here. This is the back exit / entrance to Death Mountain. Normally in vanilla, this is just a standard vanilla map for Death Mountain we've got here. And it looks like it takes us to the east, although could be the other side of the west. It is the other side of the west. There's our grass tile. Wow. West, here we go. Level also in Death Mountain. So it's going to be west to Death Mountain to west. Medicine for Chroma. Level about to take a death here. Playing it a little bit safe. Takes that life level, gets his refill. Got P4 out here. We don't have Reflect, though, as far as I know. That was in Rando, and we did not have the trophy when we saw it. It was just simply a check into Rando earlier to get some hints, which we came up 0 for 3. No hammer to get in the cave. Human logic is telling us that the hammer is definitely sitting in P4, and he should just go in there and get it because that cave right there is important. Here's Magic Container Cave just north of P4. Nothing too punishing in here. No Dyras, just some Octoroks and Moblins. A little bit of little Mew hanging out there. Geldar, aka the Beanstalk. 200-point P-Bag in the back. And a P-Bag on the way out. We'll see what that is. Haven't seen anything too large dropping from enemies. 50 from enemies. Again, we're running with average experience, so it's a little interesting that we're seeing 1,000-point P-Bags from standard drops. I thought those would kind of normalize along with the average experience, but I guess not. I guess it's just for the enemies and the things that they drop. Here's a very interesting Saria. You see the other end of Saria go absolutely nowhere as I missed the spell. It is something we want, though, because Chrome is going to get it. He definitely doesn't want to come out the other side of Saria, seeing as it goes nowhere. It's absolutely landlocked right there in the mountains. It's probably a pretty scenic place to retire and grab a home, but I mean, right now we're on a mission to save Hyrule, and there's no time. There's no time for real estate. Oh, it's Dash. Oh, boy. Level Engine also saying no to Hammer Cave. I found this in the garbage, referring to the Dash spell. Interesting. Well, because our tracker does not have Dash on it, just has Fire, we're just going to simply use Fire for the indication that we have Dash. That'll be something that Level Engine picks up as well, I would imagine. He is a fan of Dash. And when Dash is free like that, you can feel like you're behind or you're missing out if you don't grab it. So it would be interesting if you didn't bother to grab it. But again, I'm pretty sure Level will. We've got Thunder here and Raru for absolutely no cost at all. Going to walk into the woman's house, invited in freely, into the basement, to the old man. Went to college for this. Thunder spell in hand. No idea what it costs to cast. Because Chroma menus like a maniac. We see the Raft tile there, and they do have the Raft. It's something they started with. This is going to be Pillar / P-Bag Cave, whatever you wish to call it. Some people even call it Spike Cave. Whatever helps you remember the caves. That's whatever works. 200-point P-Bag soon for Level Engine here. Hammer in the Pillar Cave there, the P-Bag Cave. Probably going to go back and check that hammer blocked cave just north of here, which was just a few steps away from P4. Again, Level Engine just minutes, just 2 minutes maybe behind Chroma at this point. Chroma is heading back north, trying to do a little dodge. Gets caught in the cemetery, or the graveyard, whatever you wish to call it. Also going to get Dash for Level. And we've got Medicine Cave. Dashing through here. Getting beat up a little bit. Got birds and bubbles. Birds and bubbles. The boots. Wow. Okay. Let's hammer and boots. And that's going to be, where's my fire spell for dash here on level side? Because I'm going to look away and I'm going to forget to check it, so we'll just check it a little bit early. And then I imagine Chroma is probably going to head to the Raft tile and see where that goes. And that's got to go either Maze Island or the east. We have really no other destinations at this point. The west cannot lead to another part in the west. And we've already seen both sides of Death Mountain, and those have been caves. So Raft and Maze Island Bridge are the two connectors we have left. Could be Raft to Maze Island and then Maze Island Bridge to the east. That could be the connection here. It's not, but the boots here are going to be super handy for navigating this, what looks to be Islands East. Spell in the Buru. We already got it. We're not going it. Check the Thunder spell over on level side because I'm going to forget to give it to him. He's about to go into the woman's house and into the basement. Then he'll see the Pillar Cave and grab the hammer. And then he'll probably be back to Medicine Cave and then grab the boots as well. The mountainous biomes, they don't really... Sometimes, I was going to say they don't really leave a lot for diversion between the two runners, but that's absolutely not true. So I will correct myself before I say that officially. Because it can. They can be really annoying and stringy, and there's going to be paths in a bunch of different directions that are annoying to track down and keep track of. And this time around, not so much, though. It seemed to be very compact where they started. They had only access to the two palaces, which they did both of them, and then Death Mountain to the other side of the west. And then they don't have much to do over here. The caves that are open, it looks like a pretty linear path for what they're doing. And again, Level is likely going to take that hammer and then go back north and check the hammer-blocked cave and find the boots and then hit the east, and that's going to be Islands East, and he'll be wide open from there. So that's going to be probably where we're diverting our two paths. Well, we've got Sunken Peabag Cave there giving us trophy for Chroma. We're into Mido. I didn't notice the spell in Mido, but we do have Downstab already, so it's going to be kind of a one-reason trip into Mido here. That's going to be Desert Tile is a magic container. And there's our Maze Island connector bridge to a vanilla shuffled Maze Island. Going to be checking the known locations. Pretty easy if you're familiar with the vanilla Maze Island. Nothing moves around. The locations for everything are the same. It's just that what is there switches around. So that tile that Chroma just checked would have been a vanilla drop, but it wasn't. This was not a vanilla drop, but this time it is. That is vanilla shuffled. Checking on chat, Zero saying that it's Pillar Cave, Peabag Cave, Spike Cave, or Cave with road bumps. Yes. Did levelengine check into the hammer-blocked cave yet? Did he go into there, or is he back? I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure where he's at. Is he back? He's found a different area here. I didn't see if we have another item on Chroma's side in Maze Island. Is he still looking for that? We got GP on Maze Island, though. I'm going to say we're still looking for that second item, seeing as he's still kind of walking around. Vanilla Shuffled or Vanilla Maze Island can only have the one entrance and exit. So as far as I know, we would never see another access point in here. It would just simply be the same tiles that you would normally find in the Vanilla Maze Island. They just shuffled around. And here's our second item. Not in its vanilla spot. Another magic container. Wow, so Chroma is doing pretty well here in terms of magic. He's got 3 extra containers over levelengine at this point. That's going to be from the desert tile, from this second item location that we found here in Maze Island, and the one other, I believe, was that in Sunken Peabag Cave? They all came from the east, if I'm not mistaken. So Thunder, if we were concerned about casting it earlier, we definitely can cast it. Here's Darunia. We're going to see it is for Fairy. Does he have the child? He doesn't have the child. It is Fairy Darunia. So the child is in possession for Level. That's kind of big because that was right near start. I don't know if Chroma is going to see. Well, he's going to check for the hint. I think he's just kind of looking around, perhaps, before he goes in 3 screens. But he does have the dash spell, so you just kind of zip in there and zip out. Also, maybe grab upstab at the same point in time. And here goes Level over to the east, seeing the islands. Did he go into the... Did he grab the boots from the hammer block cave? I'm going to say he didn't, because he is not taking the water. Interesting. So that is he's got the child, but he doesn't have the boots. So this is going to change things up here. I don't know the route on how, or at least how kind this route is via the ground path as opposed to the water path. I didn't see what was in Old Kasuto. Chat will have to fill me in on that one. But it was something worth picking up because we did get it. Got invisible Moas beating us up in these graveyard encounters. So here's going to be P1. This is going to be something that Level does dig into. I don't think we saw this on Chroma side. I could be mistaken, though. Could have just dipped in and dipped out, although, dare I say, he would have not skipped P1. That probably would have been pretty tasty had he seen that and just gone in and finished up his 3rd gem. So Level will have his 3rd gem placed. There's going to be the flute in the woman's basement in New Kasuto, also where the life spell is. We did start with the spell, so he's also going to check the spell tower. He is also going to grab the life spell. Might be hoping for the child at this point. That's probably the last piece of the puzzle he's looking for. Hints are enabled, so he can go talk to the woman, and the woman will say the child is in the west. There's the cross. No more getting beat up by invisible Moas. It was fairy in Darunia, actually, which is why having the child is very important here. Unless it was fire. No, it can't be fire because we have dash on. It could have been shield or jump. Could have been shield or jump. I know Chroma really likes jump. I really like jump. So it could have been jump. It was jump, yes. So he does have jump. And that's going to be 3 gems down for levelengine. If he finds Darunia, again, he cannot walk across the water here because he did not grab the boots out of Medicine Cave. But if he is able to find Darunia and get the fairy spell, he might be able to make his way to Maze Island and see that there's GP, and that would be the play. That would be the game at this point. We're looking at a 3-gemmer. But I don't know if all that's accessible without the boots. I think Leveline's going to be taking some encounter skips here. Just misses that one. He's going to want to get into Death Valley and check for GP. We know that's not it, but he does not know that yet. Chroma did find P1 here. He's going to dig into here at lightning speed. And of course, it being P1, not too difficult to find Horsehead, very small palace. Yeah, we didn't get a good look at the east here to see what exactly was accessible with and without the boots. Usually the east is, whenever you have an islands biome, it's usually accessible for the most part. You don't usually have a huge portion of a continent completely cut off, requiring the boots, but that's not always true. But I think on average, you should have access to a good portion of a particular continent when you land there. We've all seen it when you hit the connector and you come out of the cave or something, and it's just a few tiles of land and then just an ocean of blue. Sometimes that does happen, but when you do have some land to walk around on, usually the pass-through caves can take you where you need to go for the most part. So if Level starts digging into these pass-through caves a little bit, he might actually find his way to Darunia. It's going to be a slow trek there. And Chroma has already placed his third gem. Doesn't have Fairy, though, and he's going to try the Eco Key, or maybe the Eco Moa. He's going to try the Eco Moa. We're going to see this. We're going to see this in play here. Is he going to get it? Just misses it, but he can set it up again because resetting the Moa here is pretty simple. Oh, he gets the Eco Moa. Not something you can do in vanilla, but I think he's got a smug look on his face. He's like, yeah, I just did that. It's going to be an elevator room for him. See if this leads to the item. Levelengine out of Death Valley and looking around. We're going to find, I believe that's Darunia right there in the swamp. So it could also be, no, they saw Nibiru right when they landed. So Nibiru was spell that they started with, and ooh, catches the bubble. Got a floating block on Chroma's side. If you missed it, you missed it. That was a very fast dash out of that room. And Level is through that bridge encounter, and I believe this is not Darunia. It is New Kasuto. It's going to be life and a magic container in the woman's basement, which I don't know if he can access. He only has 4 magic containers, so he can't actually get it, but he's going to check the spell tower, which is just across. So those boots, obviously the boots were handy landing on the eastern continent like this that are islands. And that allowed Chroma to find his multiple magic containers ahead of time here. Chroma taking a drop, falling in the hole. Has to go back. That's going to be the cross for Level. I don't think he picked up the life spell in New Kasuto. It was a quick in and out there. Oh, he's still in New Kasuto. Yes, the Canadian hull. I don't ask questions. I just repeat what I hear. Doesn't get it twice in a row. He's got no magic to cast dash. He's wasted it all. He's gonna go left here. Or he's going to take a death. Okay. He must have some in reserve, some lives in reserve. Oh, he does. He's got plenty of lives in reserve. I don't know if this is going to be a dead end for Level or not. It is going to be a dead end on this side. I don't know if he had anything else to do. He did have a pass-through, I believe, over by Death Valley that would head him out to the west. But I'm not entirely sure. Seeing as Chroma has the boots, we didn't have to rely on all these ground paths and connector caves, pass-through caves to get us around here. Did we see what was in P1 there? Chroma made it over the hole, and then there was another room, and then he's out. As I was watching, trying to map out the eastern continent here on Level's side. There's the water tile. We never saw what was on the water tile. Here's Risen P-Bag Cave. Not sure if we saw this yet. And Chroma looks like he's just headed back to Maze Island to hit up GP. At this point, we'll see what is in store. It is a short GP. It was okay. It was a loop in P1, so he never got there was no item in P1. Okay. Oh, yeah. Chroma got the life spell as well. No shield, but at least he has jump. In at 3114. Thank you, Zero. And what was in Risen P-Bag Cave? Was it just a P-Bag? Oh, a fairy block in GP. Oh, no. He's got to go find the child. Wow. Level stays alive Man, he's got to get back to that hammer-blocked cave just north of P4. That is going to get him the boots in Medicine Cave. Wow. Wow. That is something there. So here's Chroma. He's going to go in and talk to the woman and say, hey, where did you lose your child? Where is he? It's kind of important. She's going to say, I don't know, somewhere on the other continent. And then Chroma's going to give her a stern talk and be like, what kind of parent are you? But not piss her off too much because she has the fairy spell, right? She's blocking the fairy spell. Just give her a little something, but don't make her too mad. Anyway, he's back to the west, up in A's, back to the west. Now he's going to wander around. He knows what caves he didn't see. He knows you definitely didn't see all of the caves. Is this right here? Was this right here the whole time? This is it. This is where the child is at. It's in Trophy Cave. This was it. Wow. This close to start. Chroma unamused that the child was there the whole time. So level not alive for that much longer at this point. We're going to see Chroma back in Oh, he's got to make it all the way back to this vanilla Death Mountain. This is a whole lot of fun. Okay, so this might be Darunia for levelengine making it across this the double Darunia encounter. Just so happens to be in the same vicinity here. Level has shield. I didn't see him pick it up. That must have been what was in Mido, because he did have the medicine. Okay, maybe he didn't have the medicine. Okay. There you go. Tracker should be up to date. And it is Darunia. He's going to be turning in the fairy spell. He'll have the fairy spell before Chroma, but I don't know if he can get to Maze Island from where he's at. It is close by. It is close by, but I don't know if boots are required or if there's kind of a bit of a trek via the land tiles to get to the Maze Island connector bridge, which is what we need to get to Maze Island, which is where GP is at. Magic 5 Fairy looked like it was about 43, I believe. So it's going to be one cast for level, but definitely two casts for Chroma. Or maybe not. Magic 4 on Chroma. Could be a little bit more expensive. Even so, it would have to be pretty expensive. He's sitting at 112 magic points, so if it's, 56 or less, he still gets two casts of Fairy. Levelengine about to find the desert tile there, and that's going to be where we've got a magic container. I think the Maze Island connector bridge is close by, although he doesn't have the flute to get across that land bridge. I wonder if that's where the Maze Island connector bridge is. Oh, that's going to be a dead end for him. The flute. Don't ask me where the flute was. I don't remember. But Chroma's got it. He saw it. And we're going to be checking Hammer Cave, or Spec Rock, Spec Rock. And that looked like it was a red jar. There's a bit of magic refilling there. So unfortunately, this is going to be a dead end for level on... Oh no, he gets across. There's the Maze Island Bridge. Wow. He's going to make it to Maze Island. This is where GP is at. He still doesn't have the boots, so he's going to have to walk around on Maze Island and force himself through these encounters. Chroma is about to hit the east right now. The Maze Island bridge connector that takes us to Maze Island is on the other side. I'm sorry, he's not about to hit the east. He's about to hit the other side of the west. Then he's going to make his way to the raft. Then he's going to be able to hit the east. Then he's going to have to walk all the way over to the Maze Island connector bridge. And Level may actually have a bit of an advantage here. He may actually have, and I don't know if you call it technically an earlier entry, but he may be able to push beyond that fairy block in GP sooner than Chroma was. But he's got a little bit of a walk here. He's got at least 2 more encounters, I believe, to make it through. He's going to be doing a little bit of grinding here. I forgot how much these guys are worth. 200. We are playing with average experience, so we're not expected to see 700 from them. 500 at max, I believe. Chroma also doing a little bit of grinding. He is going to get his magic 5. Okay. That's right. Chroma still has to walk 3 screens in Darunia, although he has dash. He has to dash through 3 screens in Darunia. And Level walks in at 37.05. Barrier up at 37. Oh, doesn't want it. Says no. The barrier is... I don't like this. I think he's going to look for the other item here. He's going to check the vanilla spot up here. That's not where it is. Chroma entering into Darunia. 3 screens. I don't believe he got upstab as well. I don't remember that. I don't think he did. I think he just... they might have started with upstab for all I know. You usually don't see it in... Actually, you know what? I think I did see them using it earlier, so they might have started with both techniques. It's just that you see upstab used so infrequently that... yeah, I mean, unless you're catching them using it on bats or something in an encounter, spiders or something like that, it's usually not something you see until there's maybe blocks in the way that you can see it in use a little bit more frequently. And so Chroma has Fairy. He's off to find the Maze Island Connector Bridge, which is right here. And Level goes back in. He's going to up an A, start over, get his stuff back, raise the barrier here at 38.09. It's 1 or 2 rooms into GP at this point. There's no breaks. It's simply going to be a linear path. It's going to be through this room, and the next room, I believe, has the elevator. And that is going to be... Oh, we're dashing. He's going to have to keep something for Fairy here. Chroma is in a much better position when it comes to magic. Takes the bop from Fire. He's going to cast Fairy here to get through, but he's going to need Fairy in the next room. So he'll be back up. Chroma, both of them down the elevator at the same time. Chroma knows what he's waiting to see here. That's going to be the Fairy room, and he fairies through just slightly above levelengine, slightly in front of levelengine at this point. Wow, this really came together here at the end, even without boots on levelengine's side. This was one heck of a comeback here. Chroma getting his magic back so he can just dash around like a maniac. Modified Jackamus room here is going to take the elevator or not. We'll see. Chroma took the elevator, went right into a reverse paperclip. Also a jar for levelengine. Again, we don't know if Thunderbird is required. Thunderbird is, of course, present in the palace, but we don't know if Thunderbird is actually blocking the path to Darklink or not. We've got both of our runners on the same path, down and right, into a standard Jackamus room. There's a vanilla Jackamus room. Chroma looking for more jars so he can just be... So he just throw his magic around. Dash up like a maniac. I don't know if there's any jars in here. I actually don't know the answer to that. I'm going to say no. No jars. Doesn't want the Fairy. Is this going to be the one-up room? It's not the one-up room. And levelengine finds Thunderbird at the bottom of this standard vanilla Jackamus room. I didn't see Chroma check that. Unless I missed it, he was dashing like a maniac, so it's entirely possible. He doesn't stick around for the jar. I think he tried for the jar and got the bird. Looking back and forth with his dash spell into a pit room. Fairy for levelengine, takes a bop, gonna Fairy out of that almost into the lava. A little duck under the fire for Chroma. I'm not gonna burn through jump here. He's got no magic. He's wasted it all on dash. So he's gonna get the 3-block break, be fancy about it, and be out of there with no real problems. Into a timid bridge room. Levelengine into this room. Doesn't need Fairy. There's a red bird on the bridge, though. He has to conserve his magic, though. He doesn't have nearly as much magic as... or I guess he does have nearly as much magic at this point. He's only 1 short from Chroma. But Chroma is dashing around like a maniac into a dead end. We've got 1 left. We've got a Thunderbird fight. We've got 1 left in a Thunderbird fight. There might be 1 other left that I am not remembering. So in the vanilla Jackamus room, that was straight to Thunderbird. And when they came down that first elevator... No, there was the modified Jackamus room. Both of them went down and right. Nobody checked to the right. So we have a right in the modified Jackamus room, and we have a left at the bottom of the modified Jackamus room's elevator. And the vanilla Jackimus room, because everyone keeping up, the vanilla Jackimus room has the Thunderbird. Okay, so we still have a right, a left, and a Thunderbird to go. We've got a few choices. We'll see what happens. Chroma is backtracking. Level has decided to up an A and go back to the start. Chroma looked like he took some damage. Oh, that would have been a rogue sword beam that made it all the way through from the side of the bridge. Okay. And so this is going to be back to Thunderbird if Chroma wants it. He's going to try it. He's going to try it. He gives a little, he's like, yeah, whatever. Let's just do it. So here's the modified Jackimus room that Level is in. He can go right in this room. We have not seen to the right just yet. Instead of a jar, we get a red bird. We'll see if he goes down to come back up to see if he can get that jar again. No, he's going to head right this time. Keeps getting bopped by these terrible things in these rooms, usually king bots falling from the sky. We've got a bridge room to the right of the modified Jackimus room. Chroma making quick work of Thunderbird. Can't take another bop on Level's side. Into a curtain room. This is going to be an elevator at the end here. Chroma takes a death on Thunderbird, I guess. Yes, he took a death on Thunderbird. Okay. I looked down for a moment, trying to map new territory on Level side. This could be Dark Link. Is this going to be nothing but a dead end? Ouch. So it's either Thunderbird or a left at the bottom of the elevator from the modified Jackimus room. That Level went right in this time, which led to this dead end. Chroma cannot take another hit from Thunderbird. He did not get shield. He does not have shield. Level does have shield, though. Again, I believe that came from Mito. Chroma almost has him down. Wow, a little bit of rain of fire there. 1, 2, 3 hits going to the right. That's going to be enough to down Thunderbird. Ready's dash, as is expected. And into a dead-end drop room for Chroma. It is going to be a down and left at the modified Jackimus room that Level Engine is in currently. If he goes down and left, that is going to be the answer. We don't know if there's any more. What other palace is remaining at that point? He's down to his final life. He's probably still going to take a little bit of a bop here because this guy gets into here. It's a little annoying. Oh, he's going to have to break those blocks open though, and those bots are going to fly down at him. Little annoying here. He does get into their hitbox and just spam down stab like a maniac. Attack 5. Seemingly a little weak here. He's going to go down. And he's going to go left. Do we have a fairy or an enemy? We have a fairy there. Chroma also in the modified Jackimus room. Gets a jar out of there for the third time. A 4-way we've got here. Down into another fairy blocked room. Possibly that could have been a fairy block or a breakable block step room. We've got a left and a right here at the top. Gonna check for Dark Link. Nope, it's gonna be an elevator room though for Level Engine here. Chroma also checking up and right. This GP definitely delivering here. Oh, into the lava. That's gonna be his last life. He's gonna have to start over. He's not gonna see what's at the top of this elevator. Is this gonna be the answer? Chroma about to reveal that it's another dead end. Oh boy, oh boy. We're still going to go down and check right. We still have the left to check at the 4-way as well, so it could simply be in that direction. Wow. And this is going to be Dark Link for Chroma. Wow. What a great palace race as we came together here at the end. Again, Chroma found the boots. Once we hit the east, it was in Islands East. It was completely open for Chroma. Chroma did not find the child early on, right next to start in the trophy cave, whereas Level Engine did. And lo and behold, the fairy spell was in Darunia, locked behind the child. And what we found was 2 rooms into Grey Palace was a hard fairy block, so we needed fairy. Chroma had to go back to the west. That required him to go find Trophy Cave, which took him a whole 2 seconds. And then he had to make it back through the Vanilla Death Mountain, which was a full trek from start to finish there. Back to the east, grab fairy. They were both in GP at the same time. No boots. There were no boots. Again, to come back to that, no boots for Level Engine. Did not go into Medicine Cave to get the boots. It was a boulder blocked cave right near where you picked up the hammer, and he had to trek across the east, the islands east, with no boots, and he still made it to GP and put on quite a race here. So that's going to be Chroma I don't see a time. He quickly cleared his... Oh, yeah, he did have the fairy spell. My bad. I was too into this here. And, of course, levelengine walking into... levelengine about to walk into a Dark Link here as well. I think that's kind of loud on level side. Okay, I don't know if we're doing an interview. I'm not actually set up for an interview at the moment, so my setup is kind of in shambles. Wow, what a race, though. Man, I kind of want to... Ah, jeez. Am I... I can stop this now. Sorry, we're not synced up at the race room. Let me see the Discord here. Can I do this? I'm going to see if they want to do an interview. Okay, Level wants to pass on the interview. Chroma was setting up to play a Z2 hack after this Amita's Curse. Very good hack. I don't know. Okay, so they're both going to pass on the interview, so we'll just kind of go over this very quickly just so that we have kind of an what we were just talking about a moment ago. So anyway, both of our runners, we started with a mountainous west, which was segregated from itself. You could only access the two sides of the west through Death Mountain, and it was a vanilla Death Mountain. So we had a mountainous west, which gave us a few item caves. I think there were one or two. There was Trophy Cave and maybe one other. We had two palaces. We had Palace 2 and Palace 6. Palace 2, little bit of a dig. Helmet Head was a little deep in there. No big deal, though. Barbara was pretty close to the front of P6. But because Level did get the child out of Trophy Cave, and he did do a little bit of looking around a little bit more than Chroma did. Chroma was slightly ahead of him in just terms of getting things done. But Chroma did not get the child out of the west from the very beginning. So they both found Death Mountain shortly after that. Again, Chroma just slightly ahead for most of this race. But it was a vanilla Death Mountain. They made it through the vanilla Death Mountain. Nobody checked Hammer Cave. We don't know what was in there. We eventually checked Spec Rock at some point. I believe it was just a magic jar. But regardless, we came from the front side of Death Mountain, had to make it through there to the back side, and that took us to the other side of the mountainous west, where we had a bunch of other item caves. All the other item caves were over there. We had P4 as well. We did not have Reflect. It was in Rando, and we didn't have the trophy till later, but no one was checking for that. It was a 3-gem seed, so no one was really concerned with P4 at that point. There were no hints that Karak was sitting on anything special, so no big deal. But we did have a hammer-blocked cave sitting right next to P4, and just south of P4, there was the pillar/P-bag cave/spike cave. This is going to be quite a name for this cave moving forward. But anyway, it was the pillar/P-bag cave from Vanilla, and in there was the hammer, and then Chroma went back to check the hammer-blocked cave, which was Medicine Cave, which was the boots. We did see the Raft tile at that point. They started with the Raft, the glove, and the magic key. So that was really, really nice in Gomo. They did only start with the spell, though, in terms of spells. They did have 3 lives, I believe. 3 lives, maybe 2 lives. I actually wasn't paying attention to that. But regardless, Chroma then jumped on the Raft. We saw an Islands East, and the boots completely opened that up for him. He found 3 magic containers on the east there, so he had a lot of magic early on. Unfortunately, when it came to Level side, he did get the hammer out of pillar/P-bag cave, but he did not come back to the hammer-blocked cave that was next to P4. Again, that was Medicine Cave, where the boots were. And so he made it to the east via the raft, which again they were given. He made it to the east, and he had to walk around on the land and across the bridges and use pass-through caves to get around on the east. But remember, he had the child. We didn't know what the child was going to give us at that point until Chroma finally stepped into Darunia, and we saw that it was Fairy. Now, Chroma didn't check for the hint right away. He did do a little bit more exploration, kind of looking around. But eventually, when he found the other towns and he didn't see Fairy, he knew that Darunia was Fairy, but he was going to take a gamble. We did see a Maze Island connector bridge that took us to Maze Island. It was a vanilla shuffled Maze Island. And we did learn that GP was there pretty early on. Chroma had only placed 2 gems at that point, so he wasn't ready to jump into GP right then and there. But we knew where it was, and we knew that he would be back soon. Eventually, he would find P1, do P1, and then go back to GP. 2 rooms in the GP, there was a hard Fairy block. And that's when we knew that the child that level had was very important, because Fairy was required at that point. And that's when Chroma had to go back to Darunia, dash through 3 screens of Darunia, talk to the woman, get the hint for the west. He up and aid back to the west. And all of this time, Level is slowly making his way across this terrible island's east, which he's able to do on foot. He was able to make it across the entire continent for everything he needed. And Chroma had to go back to the west, find Trophy Cave just right next to start, get the child, come back through the vanilla Death Mountain from start to finish. That's when he checked Spec Rock, and again, we saw it was just a magic container. And then he hit up the east once again, went to Darunia, turned in the child, got Fairy, and both him and Level, by that time Level had made his way to the Maze Island continent, Maze Island portion. And again, without the boots, still to walk around Maze Island. It was a little bit of a walk. You had to go through several encounters to get down to GP, checking for both items on the way. They both walked into GP pretty much at the same time. And then from there, it was just who finds Darkling first. And we went around a few different paths. They both found Thunderbird. And Chroma did attempt it, and it was not the answer. And it was in a different direction. You just have to watch the GP. I'm not about to map out GP in the recap here, but it was a great race in GP. And Chroma did walk away with the win on that one. So I think I did a quick recap there. But yeah, that is where we're at, and that's our Z2R Weekly for this week. And that was very exciting. I would have done terrible at that. Both of our runners did do phenomenal, though. We only did have the 2 runners. It was only just Chroma and Level. And that's that. So, yeah, bootleg restream, quick one. And that's going to be it for me, folks. And I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, wherever you're at. Perhaps an early Wednesday morning if you're over on a different continent. Anyway, thanks for checking out the restream. And we'll have another one, not necessarily here next week, but ZSR usually does the restreams for us on Tuesday with the Z2R Weeklies, and that's going to be where we're at. So again, I never know how to finish these things, but take care and peace out. And thanks for watching.